What's going on, everybody? How's it going? I just want to jump on real quick. I try to do some sort of like weekly catch up or like every 7 to 8, 9 day catch up type of deal. I realized I didn't make a video this past week. Well, it's like today's like the 8th day or something like that. So I was like, man, it's been a little while since I made a video, so I should probably make some sort of video. What do I got going on? So these came in. I got my collector's editions in, so they look great. Orders have started to be fulfilled. So these look awesome. I ordered 7 of these. 4 people ordered collector's editions on day 1, and I ordered 7 just to have some on hand, a few extra. And one of them was defected. Where is it? It's over. In 1 second. It's right here. So, 6 were good, and then 1 was defected. See how the spine, Wisteria, and then Baumler, right? Well, that's fine if the book was like this, you know. However, when you open up the book, it's upside down. So Wisteria and Baumler are in the right spot, but then when you go to read it, the book is literally printed upside down. So, and I had a feeling something was weird because when I opened it, like the slip cover was on like the wrong way other than the other ones. So I was like, that's weird. And then, this was the first one I actually like opened the pages to, and I was really worried that the other ones were going to be just like this one because everybody's waited, a couple, 2.5 weeks now to get their collector's editions. And if this order is not right, they're going to have to like expedite some sort of like shipping of the books back to me. But luckily I made a support ticket for this one. So hopefully this one gets, I'm able to get a free book for this one. And the others look great. So I'll probably hopefully they just let me keep this thing. I don't care if I got to pay for it. It's kind of cool. It's like a, weird defected book. Fuck it. I'll just keep it. I don't know, maybe give it away or something like that. If it ever, if the series ever blows up, it'll probably be worth something. So, so let me just put that back there. So yeah, I got my collector's editions in. I've started to fulfill those orders. I got everything ready except for, I'm still working on my packing material. I kind of just wanted to get everything together to kind of see how I wanted to package everything. And I think like for collector's editions, I might do a box. And then for like all of the other books, I might do like a bubble wrap package. Like one of those bubble wrap envelopes. And then for the like conception notes, I think I might do like some sort of like roll or like maybe some rubber bands to kind of keep that like rolled up. Cause I was like, I don't want to send some big long thing and I don't want to fold them in half and leave creases in them. So I think I'm just going to roll them. And so, yeah, starting to fulfill those today. After my wife gets off of work, I have to go to the store and get materials for all that. Black tissue paper and stickers and stuff like that. So, yeah, other than that, it's kind of been a slow week for book work. I've just been writing. I've been working on my one story that I was telling you guys about in my last video. So I've just been working on that story, still I've got it organized enough to where I'm now on like chapter 12, and like I've got a really good flow of story and it's not so jumbled. When I took all my notes and I put them in the computer, everything is just so jumbled, like notes for chapter 5 or in chapter 1, etc., etc. So it's like, it's just my brain, and I really should work on trying to become more organized in that way. It would help me a lot, but I haven't figured that out yet. So yeah, like I said, I've just been working on that story this week, trying to get that nailed down. So far on chapter 12 though, it's pretty good. Um, I got a really good solid foundation with this story, and I think, a really good like story. I'm just trying to figure out how, and I kind of have an ending, but it's like not the ending to like what's actually going on through the story, if that makes sense. Like there's kind of two things going on in this story. I'm being very vague here when I say this, but so I kind of have a resolution for one thing, and then for the other thing, I definitely want some sort of resolution, even if it just doesn't like completely resolve something. I'm trying to, yeah. Anyway, it's kind of hard to talk about it without like going into specific details. So, but I'm working on that story. I got the monitor down here, so don't mind me if I keep looking down. I was taking a nap. Had her out in the sun today a lot, and we went down to the river. I dipped her feet into the river for the very first time, which was pretty cool. It's kind of a cool, important moment. I know a lot of people probably don't care about that, but I do. I think I thought that was a really cool, special moment. I really wanted to do that with her. And she threw her first rock in the river, which was pretty cool. I got to work my way up, get her to start skipping stones eventually, but she's almost 18 months, so I'd say being able to throw rocks in the river was pretty cool. So yeah, like I just been working on this story, and been doing a lot of organizing around the house. A lot of cleaning and organizing in the garage. We're trying to get rid of stuff and go through things, and it's hard because ever since my dad passed away, for anybody who's lost anybody really special to you, you'll know that some things are hard to get rid of or throw away. And I'm keeping things that are very, very sentimental to me. But, when somebody passes on that's important to you and special to you, it's kind of like almost everything becomes sentimental in a way. At least to me, it's like, so whenever my mom's giving me stuff from, her and my dad, stuff like that, things just become sentimental, even if they weren't technically sentimental to me, if that makes sense. So I'm really having to go through a lot of that stuff, and I'm trying to make sure that if I do get rid of some of that stuff, that I'm more so donating it than anything, so that way somebody else can have use out of something, because I feel really bad just like throwing things away that were my dad's. And I know that might sound crazy, but like my dad had a Marine Corps shirt. I don't think he ever wore it, and it's crazy because I might have even gotten him this shirt, but I've gotten him so much like Marine Corps stuff and over the years, and it's hard to remember. But like instead of just like throwing that away, I donate it. Somebody else can use it. Maybe they have family members who served or in the service, but yeah, just stuff like that. Just been doing a lot of that this week, getting the garage organized, and trying to create, like, the one half of the garage has a bit of leaking on the one side, so I need to take care of that. And then that's gonna be like my woodworking side for like bee goods and stuff like that. And I also kind of have like plant stuff. I love plants and doing that sort of thing, so I got kind of like a creative area in the garage. One thing I've always wanted to do was get into aquascaping, and I dabbled in it, I should say. I didn't really get into it, I just dabbled in it. When we first moved into the house, we got, the hell are those fish called? Those, those fish when you first walk into a pet store, the ones that are all shiny and colorful and stuff. I am drawing such a blank, but those fish, I got one of those, and I had this little tank, and I put real rocks in it, and I put real plants and stuff like that, like nothing fake. So it was all real stones and real plants and everything. And it had a good life, but when I transferred everything out, accidentally killed it. Didn't realize the water temperature affected it in an instant. I thought it was lukewarm. Just fish went in, died immediately. So, which is what it is now, but it was years ago. But yeah, that was my first kind of dabble into that. But I have a lot of stones and just things that I've collected from the valley, and I really want to get it doesn't have to be like the largest fish tank, but I want to get some sort of fish tank and do some aquascaping with it and use a lot of that stuff. And I have like stones and all kinds of crap in buckets in the garage for that specifically. So I can kind of design the fish tank the way that I want, and kind of use like all natural like materials and stuff. And I think that'd be really, really cool. But I don't know where that would actually like be able to fit to our house. So I'm kind of like keeping all that stuff on the side for now. Just we have 2 large dogs. We have a Great Dane and a purebred German Shepherd. So they're very rough, and especially when they play, things get knocked down. You get bumped down, you fucking fall. It's that, they're those type of dogs. So, I could just see like us having a fish tank and one of them gets knocked into one, and, disaster, nightmare. So, so I don't want to definitely put it out on the ground floor. And then I thought about putting it up here, but the temperature fluctuation up here with being so hot in the summer and then so cold in the winter, that's something that would have to be temperature controlled. So, I don't know. Maybe like with a smaller tank, it takes less. The temperature would fluctuate differently. So I'm definitely going to see about maybe a smaller tank, because the tank I have now is like this big. So maybe something like larger. And then I thought about maybe even not doing fish at first with it, but maybe like a tarantula or something else, maybe a turtle. Something. I definitely want to get something. I think it'd be so cool to be able just to view something live and just like in real life and just like watch it live and grow. I don't know. That's not my daughter. Something like a tarantula or some sort of exotic spider or some shit like that. I think that'd be so fucking cool. But yeah. So that's what I've been doing in the garage, and getting my Be Good section for all my woodworking. I have tools and saws and all kinds of stuff that was left to me by my mom and dad, and I haven't even been able to use none of that yet. And so it'll be, hopefully this year I get to experiment with a lot of that stuff. If not, there's always next year. We do have our next addition to the family coming in October, so pretty much from that point on to the new year is going to be pretty busy raising yet another daughter, which is awesome. So if not this summer, or like I said, if not this summer, I'll be able to use a lot of that stuff. Next summer I should be able to, which is fine. And besides, I do everything by hand now anyway, all the cutting and all that stuff. So I'm excited to kind of get that section back to where I originally wanted it. And I have to take care of the leaking above where the roof is, because we have this really big tall tree and it just, all of the debris and everything just comes down, and it's kind of wearing away the shingles on the outside of the garage, and it's just deteriorating and leaving small gaps where the wood and everything meet at the top. So I have to take care of all of that, because obviously I want to take care of that because it's leaks, but also I want to be able to put up shelves above where I would woodwork for just different things, supplies, things I'm going to be using, wood, etc. So, so that's what I've been doing this week, is doing all of that. organizing that. I've really realized like we have way too much shit. We've collected so much stuff, whether it's, you know, from my parents or just over time. And, you know, my wife and I have been together 12 years, so you just naturally build like a mound of stuff, you know, over time, you know, things you don't want to throw away or that you keep, you know. So plus I have stuff from my childhood, she has stuff from her childhood, we have stuff from our son's childhood, you know, so just tons of stuff. So yeah, that's what I've been doing this week, doing all that, and then also working on my story, and finally starting to fulfill orders. That's why I did put the disclaimer on my website that things would be delayed anywhere from like a week or two after normal shipping time, just because it's been taking a while to get everything. You know, I do know some people that have already got their book from Amazon, which is really, really cool to see. And it just kind of makes me wonder too, like I'm getting my author copies and I'm like, man, I see these people already get their copies of their book, and I'm like literally a week and a half like later than these people. Granted, I'm ordering a lot more. I'm ordering in bulk, and they're only just ordering one, but I don't know. So, man. So that's what I've been doing this week. This weekend, I should be getting the hardcovers and the paperbacks between like this week. Everything, it seemed like it got almost pushed back like 3 to 5 days, which was really weird. I was already supposed to have the paperback and hardcovers. They have shifted my, like, the times that I'm getting everything from 3 to 5 days. So, I should be getting the paperbacks, it's saying this Sunday, and usually Amazon's early, so probably tomorrow, if not Sunday, I'll get those. And then the hardcovers I should be getting early next week, which is almost a week after they said I was going to be getting them. And unfortunately, there's nothing I can do with that. So, but just learning and trying to understand things, and you know, like the next time that I do like a book release like this, I'm definitely going to try to take advantage of every opportunity I can to get books beforehand. Because one thing I do feel kind of bad with is that people have had to wait. And I know people are understanding. Thank you, but like, I don't know. I feel bad, you know. I wanted to get to people as soon as possible, especially when I see like people ordering from Amazon and already getting their book. I'm like, come on, man. Like, come on, Amazon. Like, give me my books too, you know, so I can get them out. But I don't have a lot going on this week. Just gonna fulfill orders, get all that stuff taken care of, get all these initial day 1, day 2, day 3, etc. orders out, and then just continue working on my my next story. I do have a few videos that I don't want to like outline them. I just want to kind of like write down different topics and kind of talk about them, because like one video, and I was even thinking about possibly making this into like a little mini series or something, because if I did a video, it would be probably a pretty long video, and that's mistakes made along the way, mistakes on my part, or things that kind of just, you know, I could have done better, and just kind of like talk about the, you know, learning experience and the whole process of like what it's been like to now and release day and all that stuff. So I definitely want to get back into kind of talking about some of that stuff. I know I've been kind of like not on social as much, and I kind of been doing like maybe a video maybe every once a week. But I'm probably this next week or the week after, I'm really going to try to start getting back into doing more videos. And a video once a week it's actually pretty consistent. It's more consistent than I thought I would be. I definitely thought I'd be like maybe every 2 to 3 weeks, and I'm definitely putting out at least like 2 to 3, maybe every 2 weeks, which is good. Just trying to stay consistent with it. But yeah, gonna try to start maybe talking about more like topics and just like I said, videos like that where I've go into kind of in depth about mistakes and stuff like that. Even self-publishing in itself, I really want to kind of deep dive into and kind of tell you guys why I did choose to self-publish. I've kind of touched on it, but I haven't really deep dive into it the kind of the way that I would like to. I've kind of gone into my whole freedom of speech spiel, and that's kind of why I created my LLC. There's different reasons why I created my LLC, but the freedom of speech aspect and people not being able to change what you've written and put out. It was a major factor in that, but I want to go into the actual self-publishing kind of side of that, and like why I chose to do self-publishing, and like for instance, like one of the biggest reasons why I chose self-publishing was because I want Wisteria is going to be a series, and like what if a traditional publisher picks up Wisteria, but then they really want me to change elements in, say, the second or third book that I really don't want to change, and then they refuse to publish my book without me like making certain changes and stuff like that. And then once you start selling rights and everything and editing and stuff like that, that's the book could be completely different and the series could turn out completely different than how you intended it to be, and I can't imagine that. I really want this series to be like the way that I want it, and I can't. And then there's also the aspect of what if your first book gets traditionally published, and then like what if no one picks up your second book? What if that same publisher doesn't pick up your second book, and now you're stuck because now you've gone traditional. You're trying to sell your second book in a series to another publisher. That's most likely not going to happen. I mean, I don't have any experience with traditional publishing, but I can imagine that's like, I don't know. I mean, I guess I don't know. I think a publishing house would want the full series from the very beginning and not pick up on book 2 or 3 or something, so that was also a big turnoff for traditional publishing for me. And another reason why I went self-publishing was because of that. But like I said, I plan to do some videos on that stuff. I just kind of got to get organized, fulfill my orders, and write down kind of like what I want to talk about, and then start talking about it. So yeah, I'm gonna leave this video here. It's Friday. I hope you guys have a good weekend. I probably won't be on this weekend. I probably won't be doing another video this weekend. I'll probably catch up next week. And like I said, it'll probably either be another video like this where I'm kind of catching you guys up, or I might do one video that I actually probably will do is early next week, this upcoming week, early to mid. I do want to do like a fulfillment kind of behind the scenes type of deal. I don't know exactly what that would entail, but I thought, well, since I'm going to have all the books here and I'm going to have, stacks of books over here and I'm going to be doing orders, I thought maybe it would be kind of a cool behind the scenes video of, fulfilling orders. So I might do that. So look out for that, because I probably will end up doing that. But hey, until next time, until this upcoming week, I hope that you guys have a good weekend, and I will talk to you guys in the next video. Bye.